also, yesterday, we looked at the story that came out of the courts on the issue of the judgment on the Ecitizen platform.
Right.
Initially, there was the order and the requirement by the Ministry of Education that was saying that all parents should now be paying school fees through the Ecitizen platform. Fixer, Dr. Magaragi Kenyi, went to court. Akasema, no, court, please. And the court said, actually, yeah, what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And the government was told, you cannot require that parents pay school fees through Ecitizen, and they're paying some 50 bob convenience fee. First of all, this convenience fee is
illegal.
opaque. Yeah? Now, the Ministry of Education says, all right, we are hearing you, but we have a case, and we shall go to the next court, which is the Court of Appeal. Let's listen to the new PS for Basic Education, Mr. Julius Bitok, and what he said.
We are going to appeal the decision because Ecitizen is a platform that is very transparent, and that the reason why the government decided to go that direction was to make it more open, the payments more open. However, we are going to respect the ruling of the court.
Yeah, so we are going to respect the ruling of the court, but we are going to appeal. I think that's okay.
Yeah. It does make sense. Until we have exhausted all legal avenues, we'll, respect the ruling of the court. It's still the questions of why Ecitizen, how will parents access Ecitizen across the country, why the 50 bob convenience fee? I know those questions will be asked in court.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see a ruling that factors in all of those.
And I think that's just where people are coming from. You make this sort of statement and expect people to quickly fall in line and figure it out, as opposed to saying, yes, we want to do this because there's transparency, we're able to have a paper trail of the fees being paid, but speak to the infrastructure that supports that, and then don't, dismiss issues around the 50 bob ETC.
Right.
Not necessarily saying that that's what they're doing, but essentially by appealing, you are discounting all of those other elements. And that for me is a problem.
So Ecitizen is used for all these other functions. If you want to apply for an ID, you pay via Ecitizen, right? If you want to, even now, paying for hospital, you pay via Ecitizen, and so on and so forth. So if it's working in all these others, then the argument would be, it would also work on this one. Right? Because the same people who are applying for IDs and all, and applying for all these other basic services, are the same ones who are paying school fees. And if they're able to access the platform to pay for all these other services that they're seeking from government, then the issue of access...
But they have options. If it's applying for an ID, could be on Ecitizen, could just go to a Huduma Center.
You still pay on Ecitizen. Even if you go to Huduma Center to apply,
but there's someone there who
the payment is through the pay bill number 22222. And then the account number is what keeps changing. It's a pay bill.
But someone there at the Huduma Center will help me, prompt me, give me.
Doing a pay bill?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. The school principal or school bazaar will help you. You'll go to the school and say, I want to pay. He'll show you, okay, fungua M-Pesa, and weka 22222, account weka hii, tuma your pesa.
I have an arrangement with my headmaster because money might be scarce, but my farm is doing amazing. I've brought 10 bags of wheat, 20 bags of this. How much is that in school fees? We know our deal. Now you've brought Ecitizen into the mix. My child doesn't go to school?
I think that then is a conversation. You see, even now, when you make that conversation between you and the headmaster and you bring in a bag of beans, right? It does not mean that the next school fees will come and say, 1,300 money, 2,300 if it's a bag of beans. It's an arrangement. And since this money is going into the account for the school anyway, right? When it comes, it goes to the account for the school. And the headmaster knows, I have received this cash and I have these beans. It's the same.
No, because I can't...
It's the same. Right now, there are people who pay school fees via banker's check.
Yes.
And there are those who pay school fees via what? Bag of beans.
There's no facility for beans and maize on Ecitizen.
There is no facility for beans and maize on the school fee structure.
But that one we can talk
Education. Let me
from a bank account.
Let me quickly ask, and I know we've had this conversation and I might have missed it. What's the accessibility rate or ratio when it comes to Ecitizen? And I'm just...
The pay bill number?
Just generally people being able to access...
It's a pay bill number, Janet. Let's not complicate this whole issue. You're paying your fees through the pay bill.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
So one, we've assumed
Pay bill
100% literacy
222.
for everyone paying school fees across the country.
Yes.
100% literacy.
We have
You-
over
you can-
96% literacy levels in Kenya, according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics.
96 is not 100,
Your child
but
is in
okay.
school, your child will help you to pay the school fees.
Okay, fine. Your child will help you to pay the fees.
Yes.
You need to top up. You're not paying all at once. You need to top up. You need to do this. You need to do that.
All of that you do the same way.
Our system is down. Next.
If system is down, system will back up. You look. How
I
many-
need mobile money. What's our mobile money
Are we
penetration as
basing
well?
this argument on saying that people have tried and they have been unable to?
Maybe that's what we need to hear from them.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's what we need to hear, because you're right. We could be assuming. I think part of what you're talking about is an arrangement that's not unique. You know, people saying bag of beans for fees. To Eric's point, it's saying, but now we're just assuming people are not literate enough to be able to access. Could be both, could be none, I don't know. But maybe they need to tell us, okay, why are you hesitating to do it this way?
Agreed.
Could be, you're asking me to pay an extra 50 bob. To you, that's not significant. To me, it is, and I don't know where it's from. So let's, maybe then let's tell us, fix us.
Yeah.
Shida iko wapi?
Yeah.
So that we're not here assuming, but we do think it's a critical conversation. We don't want to just assume and drop it. Let's engage, so that we also, by the time they appeal, who knows what happens. If it doesn't work in your favor in future, you'll be forever frustrated. So how do we fix it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.